Hush now, little ones. I have a story for you. A story of dungeons and douchebags. Long ago, a remnant of the ancient and forgotten Aboleth Empire conducted vile experiments in their underwater city, in a lake deep below the surface. The Aboleths, desperate to regain their lost dominion over the world, summoned forth a powerful demon general from the abyss to bend to their will and enact their revenge. The demon, a Balor named Asbarrhak, would not be so easily controlled. Its endless burning rage boiled the waters of the lake, taking the Aboleths with it. Now in control, Asbarrhak set about opening a gateway to the abyss, so that he may regain his demonic legion and lay siege to the surface world. However, the gods had other plans. Determined to protect their creations, they sent a Planetar, a powerful angelic warrior, to destroy the Balor and send it hurtling back to the abyss. The battle raged on for days, destroying all things in its wake. But the angel was no match for the ancient demon. Disarmed and grievously injured, the angel knew it could not defeat the Balor in combat. In a final act of holy retribution, the angel forged 7 divine seals to imprison the Balor within the cavernous depths forever. Now, thousands of years have passed, and a band of unlikely heroes ascend the slopes of Mount Abbott on a quest to rescue a stolen child. Kianan, the human wizard.
Oh my.
Lean, the halfling bard.
Does anyone want to hear a song?
Sybil, the dragonborn barbarian.
I shall die with combat with your head on my wall.
Valthiv, the lizardfolk cleric.
Can't just watch me.
And Fresh, the tabaxi rogue.
Wow, is it just me or is that one shiny squirrel?
These brave few have but a humble beginning in a much larger adventure. They know not of the fate that awaits them in the Underdark. Last time, on Dungeons and Douchebags. While Sybil stayed behind to work on specialized tasks, our heroes ventured forth on their assigned quest to hunt down a Yeti and to return with its fur and meat. Kianan's sharp eye spotted an army of undead in the distance, hinting at a concern to come. The team was able to corner a ferocious Yeti and slay the beast, but in the process, Kianan accidentally burned the fur and rendered it useless. Broyleby's patience was tested to learn that our heroes had not returned with the Yeti fur, and he let them know of his disapproval. While the others retired to bed, however, Broyleby commanded Fresh's presence in his chamber. What does Broyleby have in store for our heroes tomorrow? What does he have in store for our beloved tabaxi friend tonight? Find out tonight on Dungeons and Douchebags, the Underdark.
Welcome to Whose Dungeons and Douchebags Is It Anyway, where the world is made up and the slaves don't matter. I am your dungeon master, Xander. And this lovely weekly quip was brought to us by one of our lovely donators. And remember, if you donate any amount of money during the stream, you can choose to tell me how I introduce the next video. God, I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Yep.
Well, welcome everybody to Dungeons and Douchebags. We are going to be resuming our Underdark campaign tonight. And, we are joined by almost the whole party. We are down a Valthiv tonight. Dawn is not feeling well. We sent her away to do some resty thingies, because Dawn's personal health is more important. So Valthiv will all be providing a reason why Valthiv is not around for this session. But I believe you're all caught up to speed. Anybody have anything they want to say? Announcements regarding anything in life, personal projects, official internet remix, man on the internet news, anything? Nope.
I like turtles.
He likes turtles. Beautiful insight from the man on the internet himself.
Interesting.
Yes, indeed. Alrighty then. Well, let us resume this absolute clusterfuck of a TV show. And get right back to the only thing that matters. Fresh.
Oh.
We're gonna roll some dice right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna play some music for the stream.
Oh, go ahead. It better be the song. I think it's gonna be. We're gonna make several rolls.
Oh, yay.
Just
Oh
right
my
off the
God.
right off the bat, Phil. Make me a charisma check. Just a straight charisma
Straight
check.
up charisma.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Who
you are the
insulted
bottom. Okay, you are the bottom.
Oh, wait, I could that.
Oh my god!
Actually, no, I'm okay with that.
With a
I was
charisma
expecting
of
something
5,
else.
you are the bottom in the
I'm-
situation.
I'm
my
surprised.
Alrighty
God,
then.
so
Now make me a constitution check with okay, hold on. Since you're on bottom, yeah, make me a constitution check, just a straight constitution check.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
No.
Oh, no.
Oh boy. let me roll some dice.
No.
So you don't last very long.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, was that? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Well, I mean, Constitution saving throw, but still, yeah, you don't last very long.
I'll kill
What
all
do you
of
mean?
you.
Roll a charisma check.
It's just flat out charisma?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
You convince with a 20. You convince Brobee to have a second round, and you don't always do this. So roll me one more charisma check,
Charisma.
or better yet, do you have a coin on you?
Oh, you've got some bits.
Oh, we got some bits.
Yay!
Is this for intro, or is this for some Xanathar?
You know
Oh, no,
what?
this is just-
I don't even know at this point.
Let's Porque no los dos. All right, so I'm gonna throw the Xanathar thing quickly at Alex.
Okay.
This week. And for those of you who are watching on YouTube, we have Alex narrating Xanathar from Xanathar's Guide to Everything as as the man in the tinfoil hat, because the voice just fits. So we are going to. I'm pulling up one of the things right now. Okay, this one. This one's great. Yep. Here we go.
Music is stupid. Wait, I changed my mind. Music is fun. Play more music. No, I was right the first time. Music is stupid. But I won't name you after all, in case I change my mind again.
There you go. Anyway, back to the important things right now. Do you have a coin on you, Phil?
I could roll a 1d4. We just say that 1 and 2 is the one side and 2 and 3
Sure.
is the other side.
1 is top, 2 is bottom.
Oh my god.
Okay, what about 3 and 4? Is it the same? Like,
Divide by 2.
Okay.
If it's 3 or 4, divide by 2. You are on top for the second go about.
Fair play.
Roll me
Oh.
a dexterity check. Dexterity
Oh.
saving throw, actually, in this case.
Oh, saving throw. Okay.
Saving throw.
Ooh.
Now roll me a constitution saving throw.
Ah.
And I will roll Broyleby's constitution saving throw. And you have, actually, real quick. Okay, hold on to that number. Roll another d4. 1 means he's into the barbs. 2 means he's not into the barbs.
Barbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, cats have barbed
Cats.
penises. That's a 2. He's not really into it.
Wait,
So-
but it's the highest number. That should count for something.
no, it's divided by 2. It's 2. It's okay. So I'm gonna roll his constitution check with advantage because he's not super into it. Roll once
Oh,
more and
no.
use the lower number.
1 more constitution.
Yep, 1 more constitution save.
Oh.
Great. Great, you finish before he does.
Oh no.
Again. And one last time, roll me a charisma save to see if you can really get your act together here, man.
Oh my god.
This is going horribly.
I want to die. This is too much.
Years of
Alright,
reputation
alright.
run down the drain
You're
with this
good.
one
You
thing.
you save face, and Brobee isn't like too pissed off or disappointed. In fact, he gives you like a minute to get your shit together, and offers you a small little vial full of this kind of greenish fluid.
Okay. I drank it.
You drink it. All right, it is the fantasy equivalent of Viagra. So,
Oh my
Wait, then why isn't it blue?
because I made it green, okay?
Fucko.
Don't freaking judge him.
My immersion is ruined.
What did
Shit's
happen
not
to family
guys.
friendly?
Come on,
Xander?
no, we're
past that.
getting the shit out of the way. All right, great. Then all of your checks have advantage on them.
Okay, thanks,
because
Buck.
you drank this. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Okay, I wrote notes. I'm not even looking at those notes right now. I'm just having this happen. Yeah. So okay, last round. This is your last chance to impress your master. I can't believe this word just came out of my mouth.
I never thought I would hear that from Xander.
Jojo, mute everything. Roll me just roll a d20 twice and use the highest roll. No modifiers.
Oh my
yeah,
god, yes!
I'm cool with that. Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Just for shits and giggles, what's the
Okay.
other one? Oh, fair enough. Good rolls either way, but still got the natural 20.
Natural 20. So okay. So I'm gonna summarize this up so we can get to the actual campaign and just be done with this. Fresh begins to purr. Broilby's really into that. And you well, literally and metaphorically, you snuff out his flame. So, moving on.
Fuck.
Enough of that shit.
I'm laughing, but it sounds like I'm crying.
I
Sounds like
am
you've been
crying.
Sounds like you've been violent.
That's actually how you laugh on stage. Or rather, how you cry on stage, just laugh.
Yeah.
Huh, didn't know that.
I love how Retro finished that. That's when the internet bot comes on and says, "Want to see more streams like this?"
Damn right
This is
you
the
do.
kind of shit we make here, you guys.
Thanks,
After
internet
two-
bot.
Want more? Come back later.
Oh my.
After 2 disappointing rounds, Fresh makes it up for him in the 3rd round, and fuck me, baby.
They call him 3 Pump Fresh.
Oh God.
Stop
so-
immediately.
Lean, Sybil, and Cannon. I want you all guys to just make me Constitution saving throws right now.
Okay.
I want to fail.
I want to die. Can I just throw is there a roll I can do to literally stab myself?
You could literally choose to end your life right now in game if you wanted to.
Just kidding.
Roll a Constitution save, Sybil.
Not working. It's just my thing
It's
is
your-
showing up blank.
It's a D. I mean, hold on. I can try rolling it for you.
What are you clicking?
I'm clicking my character sheet.
Hold on.
Oh, you need to click on
There it
core.
is. I got it.
There you go.
I got it.
Okay.
Did it for
Sorry
you.
about that.
Excellent. You did it for. And that's okay. Fine. Okay, there we go. Jojo rolled it. All right. So, Cannon, before going to bed, you actually gave yourself some sleep aid because it's been a rough few nights. You're kind of snoozing like a baby. Lean and Sybil, you guys get no sleep because you are kept up all night by certain sounds.
Oh.
So pretty much had a rough day, got thrown in a bag of holding, and then was kept awake by that. So that's good.
Yep.
Feeling great.
You guys get none of the benefits of a long rest. And you guys are very, very. It goes on for several hours. Several hours. And just when you
Sorry.
think it's done, it's over, and you can finally get some moment of respite, you just hear Broilby scream in the background, "Pah for me, baby!"
Oh my god! Why would you do this to me?
Why is Broilby Mike Myers now?
He turns into Mike Myers whenever he's getting laid. Don't you know this shit?
I hate you so much.
Standard Genasi lore. Anyway.
You're
Well, I
right.
don't
Is
have
that
the
just
nature
what-
check to know that.
I
Is that
should've
just Broilby's nuts? Not funny.
And
Holy shit.
actually, no. Even better. Right as you're about to think, okay, now it's done, you immediately begin to hear Broilby just go, "What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa!"
You would never think that it's not unusual would bring a man to tears.
Oh my god!
Oh, I love that so much. I love that skit.
Since then, my life has never known peace. Snakes started manifesting in my house physically.
I never wanted ear bleach more.
All right, so Kianan, you wake up refreshed, feeling rejuvenated. You step outside of your chambers, and as you're walking down the hallway, the doors of Sybil and Lean's room just opens up, and oh, they look like hell.
I didn't think the Yeti was that scary.
It's not. I'm scared by something else.
Oh, really?
Something.
Are you deaf?
Or you sleep?
No, I was petrified. That's not death. Get it together.
Two. Or something far worse.
I don't want to remember it!
Can that be the cue for Fresh to come out of the room on
Oh
something
yeah,
far worse?
right as they say that, you hear the door to Broilby's chamber open, and Fresh in a luxurious satin, like crimson satin silk bathrobe just comes strutting out, holding a goblet of wine in his hand.
Oh!
Oh, yeah.
Can I
And
roll
then
an
you hear
intimidation check?
echoing Fresh, you hear Broilby say from his room, oh yes.
I'm sorry, give me a second. Fuck. Best campaign ever. Best campaign ever.
I
We're off
want
to a great start.
You guys will want to
slay
give it a
both
few
of you.
minutes.
You guys are just kind of standing there awkwardly in the hallway, having this bit of a stare down with Lean and Sybil, just their eyes heavy with like dark circles of just lack of sleep, like their skin just like Lean's skin kind of paling, Sybil's stature kind of drooping, yet Fresh looks completely rejuvenated.
I'd like to yell back into Broilby's chambers and say, "Might want to crack open a window. It's a bit fresh in there."
Oh my god.
I cover Hobart's ears.
Can I roll an intimidation check to give a horrifying death glare?
At who?
Who do you think, Fresh?
Sure,
Nice.
do it, man. Intimidation check.
Nice.
16. Fresh, Sybil's giving you a frightening look.
Broilby, they're being mean to me.
Oh no, what did I say about being rude to one another?
I am
You didn't actually specify that.
I did not.
Fresh
I
put
think it's
me
time
in
to
the-
have a lesson in that.
Fresh put me in the bag and you didn't do anything.
I have never wanted to die and to make someone die more than I do right now.
And at that moment, Broilby steps out of his room, also wearing a satin silk crimson like bathrobe, just kind of strutting out, giving this long, luxurious stretch, and then like reaching over and scratching Fresh's head.
At that point, my leg just kind of does that thing.
The twitchy
No,
thing.
do not.
Yeah, that one.
Stop.
Okay, great. And he says, "Listen, now come, we are all simply, well, not friends, I'm your owner, but we are very much a close-knit group. We're forming a sort of bond between us. We don't need to be mean to one another. Let's all be nice and pleasant, and that way I don't have to kill you."
I give Fresh a very stern look while Broilby's giving this lecture.
Well, I'm like, at this point, I'm deciding to like half-heartedly put on like my happy bard face, but I'm still really tired, and I'm like, oh yeah, we're super close and friendly, and I'm like looking at Fresh like,
Like,
You cut out there.
You cut out.
like we're gonna talk later.
Okay,
Ah.
great. Yeah, it's just this long stare, and then Broilby just kind of flicking his eyes around, then he just claps his hands. Well, get dressed, get clean, Not you, boy. Stay dirty. He looks at Fresh and says that, and like just trails a finger down his chest, and then walks back into his room and closes the door.
Christ.
So, how did you guys sleep last night?
Don't fucking give me that.
Hey, I didn't get any sleep last night.
I got that impression. Meanwhile, Hobart doesn't get what any of this is, so he just yawns and then does a little blep face.
Oh.
Aw,
So I'm
good.
gonna do really stupid actually because you rolled a natural 20 during that horrific ordeal. You are currently considered blessed.
Oh my
Yes.
god!
What does
So
that mean?
That means on your when you have a D4 you can add to any attack roll or saving throw just once.
Oh, just once.
Yep.
Okay.
You can choose. You have a D4 in your bag now that you can add to whatever saving throw attack roll you want.
So, some people in the chat stopped watching Stranger Things for this.
Oh my
Holy
god!
shit. I'm successful. I win. There's no point in continuing. I've beaten Stranger Things. That's the end of the campaign, you guys. We're going home. Okay, great. Good night. No. So you guys are standing in the hallway of these like side quarters that Brobee has in his establishment. You're not sure what time it is underground. Just this long, prolonged stillness of silence as you guys are just standing there.
Hey, Fresh, if you're gonna do that, can you at least try to be quiet so that all of us can sleep? And, like, think of the children. I, like, kind of gesture towards Hobart.
Lep.
No.
Can you make sure he doesn't scream, "Purr for me, baby," while we're trying to fucking sleep?
And make sure he doesn't start screaming, "What's new, pussycat?" Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's not unusual, but no.
Hey, he's our master. I don't have control over that kind of crap.
You could try.
He'd probably like it.
Okay. Then
Think
we
about
have,
that.
then we
I
have a
could hear-
solution.
Oh my god, I could just hear the sheer disgust in your voice. Just that intake of breath.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting here grinning.
I have no idea what I'm feeling right now. It's ridiculous. Holy shit.
Yep. 43
That's
minutes into the
campaign.
stream, and this is what we've done.
Oh yeah, no complaints.
This
This
is
is
the
the
most
cl- this-
family-friendly stream I've ever
This
seen.
is the content they signed up for. It's called Dungeons and Douchebags for a reason. And after that night, Brobee needs a douchebag.
Oh shit.
Stop immediately!
All right, moving on.
Let's go
Uh,
get breakfast. I'm
These were
ravished.
extremely unhealthy.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
I'm gonna get some breakfast. I'm ravished as hell.
Okay. Are you gonna
Wait.
make it yourself?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right, great. Just roll a d20 and add your intelligence modifier.
Wait. So just like that?
Yep.
Or...
Yep, 16. Oh yeah, you whip up some lovely eggs and sausage. And then it's like as you're making the food, Brobee comes into the kitchen, like sternly looks at you, and he says, "Did I tell you you could cook my food?"
Oh, I just figured you'd like some sausage in the morning.
Make a persuasion check with advantage. With advantage for that line.
Persuasion. I did click it again, did I? There we go.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah, you say that, and he just kind of stares at you, and then this little wry smirk just appears in his face, and he says, "Oh, you're naughty. Very well."
I hate you guys!
That little, like, turn up in your voice, like, "Oh, you're naughty."
For if you donate enough money, I will do some Brobee ASMR.
Curry in the morning,
Xander!
Myers in the evening.
Do not donate to that!
I think it's a worthy cause.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Donate.
And you will also get more Xanathar quotes.
Do
Yes,
it for
good.
Xanathar!
You'll do it for Xanathar.
Hashtag do it for Denison.
Do it for Xanathar. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, you whip up some food. Brobee gets a share because, you know, he owns you and the place and the food. The rest of you, what are you guys doing in the presumed morning?
I'm like cleaning myself up, brushing hair and teeth, stuff like that, giving Hobart a little claw trimming.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cute.
Hobart's just kind of like does like that kind of like don't groom me, and he's like kind of like trying to get away, but like submits as you just begin clipping Hobart's nails. He's like, blep.
Blep.
Blowbuff is fuck. Hobart is best character.
So you all get, you know, go through your morning routines. Lean, your chest is still a bit scraped up, but you know the worst of it's healed up pretty nicely. So, I mean, like
boobs.
your boobs when the Yeti clawed straight through your boobs.
I said I healed.
What did I miss?
No, you healed them. You healed the actual major wound, but you know it's like healing magic is like it's not like completely perfect. There's like still some like kind of like irritated marks from where it healed over. It still has to go through a process of finishing the healing.
Well, yeah, my morning routine consists of like washing and like making myself look nice. So
and as you're going through the morning routine, you open up the wardrobe for you to put your clothes on, and you notice that all like nothing's been replaced, but your wardrobe's a lot more full than it was when you first got here. It's now filled entirely with fishnets and skimpy outfits.
Obviously. How are these even taking up that much space? They're so skimpy.
It's like packed in.
There's so many.
Of course he's got a collection of that stuff.
Of course.
Lean, I think you've got my wardrobe, sorry.
I don't think these would fit you. They're so small.
It makes you wonder why they're all halfling sized. But Volthiv is noticeably absent this morning, and when you guys go to like knock on Volthiv's door, you just hear a loud snoring coming from within. And Broilby rounds the corner and says, "Don't disturb him. I have some other tasks I can set that fellow to today. Besides, he's not the most socially adept, and we need all the charm we can have for what we're about to undergo. Now then, meet me in the tap room. I have some business that we need to discuss."
You got it, boss.
We all meet in there?
Yeah, you all gather inside the tap room. The door to the rest of the fortress is currently closed. You can hear the constant bustling activity on the outside of the door from just the sheer crowded, dense. It's like, you know, the entirety of Fort Grimbone is kind of like this tuna can of like tuna can. That's not the word I'm looking for.
Sardine can.
Sardine, thank you, like a can of sardines, thank you. It's like a can of sardines, pretty much, of all these Duragar. It's overpopulated, it's overpacked, and at all hours of the day, you can hear at least 10 people mulling around at any given time. And Brobee doesn't show up for a while. You're kind of just left there sitting in the half-decorated tap room space with all, like, you know, the red and orange, you know, silk, like it's like drapery that surrounds the room, and the various hookah that have been like set up, and some are still being built. Sybil, you were helping with a lot of the heavy lifting of these decorations, getting the place kind of spruced up while your friends were away doing hunt. But the place is looking pretty nice. It's by no means at all Duragar tastes, but it's here and it's a thing. Then after maybe about 10 minutes or so, Broilby does show up into the tap room and just casually leans onto the wall. He says, "All right, so we have a few problems we need to discuss. Nothing necessarily dangerous. Well, not as dangerous as speaking to a Duragar can be, but nonetheless. As you can see, we are a bit lacking in the way of patrons. And without patrons, we don't have money. And without money, well, we're fucked. So, I am thinking we need to have a bit of a what's the word I'm looking for here? And he like snaps his finger for one of you to cue him.
A marketing campaign.
Marketing campaign. Yes, advertisement. Exactly what Broilbees needs. We need patrons. We need money. We need people in general. We need busyness. Something to bide the time at the very least. But the problem is, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I'm not a Durgar.
Oh, I definitely noticed.
Sybil just fucking elbows Fresh.
Please no,
Roll
those are
damage,
spiky.
Fresh.
Fuck,
Roll
okay.
damage.
No.
They've actually got spikes on their shoulders. I'm willing to roll.
Yeah, I
damage
do!
for that.
Oh, actually, just yeah. No,
I
just
spiked
roll.
on my elbows.
No, just roll. I'm gonna roll a d4. Just you take 3 points of piercing damage. It's like as Sybil minorly shanks you.
A small shank.
And
You'll
Broilby
just get
says,
casually shanked.
Broilby
Oh,
says,
not again.
listen, we are no means in an ideal situation. Things here just, well, they suck. This place is not culture. The Durgar are awful. And I don't like being here. But since we are here, we need to cater to their needs, their wants, their desires. And that's going to be difficult. But I feel like the lot of you are capable of helping me. Despite the fact that you're utterly shit at hunting animals, I have an idea that at least one of you might be a little better at conversation, people talking, getting things done from a bureaucratic standpoint. And he's like looking at you, Kianan.
Yes?
You are essentially the equivalent of a human resources person. So, can you humanly resource this situation?
So what you're saying is you would like me to figure out what this focus group, let's call it, of Duergar would like in the tavern, and together we would find ways to implement this into the tavern so it would attract more customers.
Exactly. Yes, we need to build hype, if that's what the kids use on the surface these days. Listen, I think that is a wonderful idea. The only problem is the Duergar are dour, grim, and utterly just apathetic for anything other than their own lives. We need a sponsor. We need someone to vouch for us. Let them know that we are legit and all of that goodness, so that the Durgar are more lenient to partaking in my cultured establishment, if that makes sense.
Oh, yes, completely.
Wonderful. Ideas?
I could hold a bit of cardboard shaped like an arrow and spin it in front of the restaurant if you want.
They won't even know where it is.
Oh.
How would they find it?
We could make lots of cardboard arrows.
I like it. More cardboard arrows, the best. Plaster every
Cardboard
wall with cardboard arrows.
Cardboard arrows.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna go bankrupt. All right. So, new idea, and I'm just spitballing here. All right. What do you know about the Durgar Council?
The pricks.
Yes, but what else?
That they want to sell us into slavery.
Yeah, well, you're already bought, so that's just irrelevant.
They like violence?
Oh, very much so. Only when it caters to their needs. They don't like mindless violence. It just interrupts efficiency and production. They are cold and industrial, but at the same time, very cruel. Fort Grimbone is not an ideal place to have a business, but it's also not the ideal place for politics to be run. Without the king, this place is pretty much in shambles. The council is floundering. They are infighting and bickering, and they really don't know what to do. And then, like, you see a light bulb appear above his head. By golly, that's it. If you can potentially get an in with at least one of the council members, cater to their needs, get them something that they want, I think they might be more lenient to helping us.
mean, we're gonna get involved with politics?
What better crew to do it? A potions expert, a performer, a barbarian. Oh god, we're sunk.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right.
Speak Dwarven.
I don't speak. I speak a little Dwarven, but like not a lot.
Like, you can ask where the bathroom is in Dwarven, I'm assuming.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Which I own the bathroom here, so I know exactly where it is. Here, let's break this down into 3 things. He walks over to the notice board against one of the walls, and he takes out just some ink and a quill, and he just begins writing words on the notice board. He writes down financials, protection, advertisement. The 3 crucial things this establishment needs to thrive. And then he writes above that like an umbrella, like kind of gesture, like sponsorship. Are you following?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're all
Yeah.
very silent. Come on, we are a creative team.
Trying to listen.
All right. Well, anyway, so for financials, the best target would probably be the master of financials in the fortress, a Durgar individual by the name of Hygrill von Emmerd.
Emmerd.
Yes, Hygrill von Emmerd. He is the financial leader here in Fort Grimbone, manages and records all the transactions and exchanges within the city. He is the foremost authority of the marketplace that you briefly visited. He holds an iron grip on it. Essentially, his agents are everywhere in the marketplace, keeping an eye on all goings on. They're essentially his secret police.
Alright.
Yes, they report back to him, make sure everything's legit, make sure that nothing's being stolen, make sure that any crooked individuals are swiftly dealt with. He holds all the money. Protection, and he gestures to the next one. Well, the military forces of the fortress belong to the military general, Skellig Skarlheim. He is a absolutely dour individual, but commands the guard force. It's either going to be his agents that can provide this place with some sort of protection to make sure that we're not literally killed in our sleep, or that other Durgar don't start bar fights with us. It's either him or... Well, Forge Hand, the leader of the Forge, said, I outbid. You might remember him. He was the individual knotted with muscle and covered in scars, the beard efficiently kept, that individual. He oversees all the forging in the fortress, but he's probably not going to be at all willing to offer us any weaponry to protect ourselves with. He hates surface dwellers.
Oh, I got that impression, yes.
Yes. Advertisement? Well, that's just anyone's guess. We need something something better than cardboard arrows that point to this place and tell them we have food, we have drink, we have celebration. Something to get the crowds coming in.
What we need is a mascot.
A mascot?
At which point I look very directly at Hobart.
Hobart blips.
It's perfect.
It's one of your best ideas.
Make a
And
persuasion
by best,
check.
I mean your only best idea.
Make a persuasion check.
Wait, hold on one second. Persuasion.
Can Hobart give him advantage because of the blep?
Yes, roll again.
Ooh, tasty.
And you see, like, Brobee's eyes drift over to look at Hobart. Just a long, kind of observant gaze onto the red panda. And Brobee takes a single step forward, almost like he's approaching the most beautiful thing in the world. Like an artist approaching his muse, and through his breath you just hear Brobee go, "Yes! This will be the face of our establishment. Such elegance, such grace, such beauty, unrivaled like by anything in this underground hell. Yes, Hobart."
At which point Hobart bleps again.
No.
And Brobee just goes, "Oh, yes, perfect."
Stop it!
And he just frantically looks between all of you. Which one of you was good with art? Which one of you is an artist?
I am.
You are an artist in the music, or can you draw, sculpt, that kind of thing?
Physical artist. But
well, we're going to need a sign with Hobart's face on it.
I can try.
Don't worry, I
Wood.
got you.
No,
One
no,
second,
no,
Mac.
no. I don't need your amateurish hands. Listen, you can go to the forging quarter and talk to one of them. Maybe you can commission it. Don't know what would catch
wood,
their eye.
we can get sort of a rustic wood carved Hobart, because then it can be cool, and we can have a different sort of aesthetic for it.
Rustic. Interesting. All right. I'll let you do some research into this. Find out what you think is best. Honestly, that's all the direction I can give you here. All I'm asking you to do is just sow some seeds of influence. Go about the town, look around, talk to people, do your thing. Just don't fuck anything up.
I gave another pointed look at Fresh.
Also, look at Fresh.
Wonderful. Now, any questions?
Where do I sign?
Well, where would you recommend we go to for our political influence? You did show us some people, but
Well, as I said, these are some of the council leaders. You can look around the fortress. I mean, I doubt you'll be able to just walk up to their doors and ask for a meeting. They are busy and untrusting of you surface dwellers. Do something. I don't know. Try to get a meeting with one of them. Work your magic. Talk to people. Do something.
All right.
Find it out on yourselves. You're your own people, despite the fact that I own you.
yeah.
That's a weird sentence, and I like
That
it.
is a sentence I've never heard in my life. Congratulations.
Just conduct research. Look around. Do some micromanaging or whatever they call it these days.
Okay, sounds like fun.
All right. I'm fairly sure that's not the exact term, but all right.
Yeah,
Sure.
whatever. Listen, I'm a businessman, but I'm not bureaucratic.
All right.
All right.
All right.
All right, leave.
Bye.
All right. I stroll. I confidently stroll out into the into the street in an effort to
Yeah,
find
you just
someone.
confidently walk up to the door and just slam it open, and you just strut out and immediately bump into a Durgar carrying a bundle of scrolls, and they just clatter to the floor. And he goes, "Oi!"
It's at this point that I realize I haven't changed out of my satin robe.
And the Durgar just eyes you up and down very slowly and quirks an eyebrow at you. His face kind of scrunching up into just frustration. Which way are you going?
Okay. At which point I very, very, very quickly back into the royalties.
And you just slam the door shut.
Well, that's not a good start.
I want to give it a few minutes up
Congratulations.
there.
You guys turn around and Brobee's hand is just in his head. Is just in his hands.
Me too, man.
I'm gonna go upstairs and get changed.
All right.
Okay.
Yes,
You
please.
walk upstairs.
do.
You walk upstairs to go get changed, and Brobee just begins muttering to himself as he slowly makes his way back into the kitchen. I'm suffocating. I am suffocating. I'm literally drowning in the sea of idiocy. Oh God, I'm gonna die. And he just door to the kitchen closes, and the rest of his conversation is cut off.
Brobee, where'd you put my underpants?
Look inside me.
Oh my God! What?
No, not dirty. The statue of me I have inside my room.
Ah, yes. Forgot about that one.
Yes.
I hate both of you.
It's my own personal safe.
I hate both of you so much.
I'm honestly just looking at my notes and just deleting large chunks of it because I'm like, this is the session now. We're just doing this for the rest of the session.
This is it.
This is it. This is the session, you guys.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
I stick my hand inside of Broilby and say, "Hey, there's a lot of room in here." Plenty of room for activities.
I'm 9. Stop it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Hobart
Yes,
puts the
you
paw in his
could.
face.
I'm just shaking my head at this point.
All right.
Alrighty. Great. I will say for convenience sake, you guys finish getting ready to head out. This is open and in you guys' hands.
All right. I mean, I'm just gonna make sure to have Hobart displayed prominently, resting on my shoulder.
Great. Totally. And actually, Broilby quickly rushes out right before you guys get ready to go and says, "Oh, I just had an idea." He snaps his finger and and flames immediately Hobart's face is officially wrapped in almost like a mane of fire that just kind of curls up. It's an illusion, but it kind of looks majestic. That's it, right there. That's the face we need.
And then Hobart bleps again.
Blep. And,
yes.
And Brobee just goes, "Oh my god," and just leaves.
You're covering the face, whoever's drawing over Hobart.
There we go.
Yeah, you covered the face, Phil. Shame on you.
You guys know in RPGs when it's the quest is there's always in RPGs that one quest where it's we now own an establishment. What do you want to put in it? This is that quest. It's it's your decision. Do what you fucking want.
Excellent.
Let's talk amongst ourselves.
Oh, yes.
What do you think? These different options. I think that the Master of Financials might be a good choice given what Broilby's interest is.
Oh yes, financials will be able to afford several things, and well, if the Dwergar really are as dour as they say, money could surely turn their heads and get some attention.
Plus, it seems like what Broilby's really interested in is the income.
Oh yes, indeed.
I'm stuck. It's whatever you guys want. Can't think straight.
Helpful. I then stroll down the stairs, confident as hell in my clean new outfit, being very sparkly clean, and lost my train of thought.
You're internally filthy.
You don't want to talk about my internals, honey.
Great, let's go.
But moving on from that.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was busy drawing that little flame on.
Should we go to find this dude who's probably very important and not very easy to find?
Well,
you gotta be more specific to me than that.
Well, he's got eyes and ears all over the marketplace, yes?
Yeah.
There's a start, at least.
Yeah, I guess let's go to the market.
Do we know where the marketplace is? Or are we just gonna sniff our way there?
We've been there.
Yes, we've been there. Do you remember that, or did it all get lost up there?
Ah. Yes.
I think he left some stuff behind.
I want to say something, but I really can't.
And then then Brobee just casually walks past and then he just says, "More like I banged something out," and just gives freshest little smack on the butt and just keeps walking.
Oh.
It is now at this exact moment that all of you reflect on just this employment situation.
I have flashbacks.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
This is not where I thought the campaign was going to go, but I'm so happy it went here.
I thought it was going to go here at some point.
You know, we'll all remember this, but I can't wait for this to not be what we're doing.
Alex, me and you both. I relate to you on a spiritual level.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's in you guys' hands now. I simply sit back and tell you what you ask.
All right. So we're gonna set off then. Just set off into the street and very carefully try not to bump squirrels out of scary people's hands again.
Yeah, going to the marketplace. Were we doing?
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good idea. Going to the marketplace.
Shopping mission.
Shopping can be really fun. Shopping is for everyone.
Oh my god, did you just quote? Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, I did.
That's great.
You get me.
Yep, I get you.
My man.
My man. Anyway. So you guys head out of this district of the Fort Grimbone, and the way Fort Grimbone is structured, as I mentioned, it's kind of this like labyrinthian structure of just smooth, of clean cut stone corridors and side chambers. But there is a sort of, as you've come to learn in the past, like data, there is a certain organization to various sections of it. Like you guys are currently in what is, as best can be regarded in Duragar culture, as a recreational space, where the hallways are a bit less spacious here. This is not meant for heavy traffic. This is simply kind of an area where where people don't really stay, but there's just more of like lounging space, even though they're almost always empty because the Duragar don't never seem to take a break around here. They never seem to relax. And from what you've gathered so far, there is the recreational section. There is a sort of economic region where the market is situated, and where the makeshift treasury is also established. And there are 3 levels to Fort Grimbone, and most of this happens on the main floor, the second level technically, because the first level is below the entrance. Second level is the one you guys are on. The third level is you don't know what's up there, and you don't know what's below you guys as well, but you just know that you've seen stairs down and stairs up. And there's also a barracks district where the guard is located, and then there is, in the very center of Fort Grimbone, and it's kind of like ring-like structure where you guys have walked through the most because it connects to every other place in Fort Grimbone, is the forging center. It is where all of the makeshift forges are occupied, and where the most of the heat that radiates throughout the fort comes from. It is by no means exceptional by dwarvish standards, but it's still impressive, just the sheer industrial efficiency that is there.
Nice.
Yeah. There are other places that you have not really explored in the fortress as well, like other districts. Time will tell. You guys will see. We're actually going to have a map of Fort Grimbone in the next game.
Ooh.
Right.
Got that being worked on.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So we're just going to set off and start walking, I think is the best way. Ain't no point standing around. Just start walking, and if we find it, we find it. How do the Dorogar react to having strangers ask them questions? For example, where is the market? Or would they just slap me?
Do you want to find out?
Yeah.
All right. I asked them in Dwarvish.
Great. So make me a charisma check with advantage.
Oh.
All right, yeah, you find this like Duragar female, and you come up to her, and she like immediately like furrows her brow at you as you walk up, and then you begin to speak in Dwarvish, and her face doesn't relax, but it more so is less stiff. And you ask her, "Where's the marketplace?" And she responds by saying, "Oh, it's over there. You can't miss it. It's the big half-circular structure." And she like points down one of the side hallways. Pass through the Forge Center. You can't miss it.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And she just grunts and walks away.
I'm like, it's over there. It's a big half-circular structure. We can't miss it.
I'm surprised you needed to ask for directions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you guys are sitting there and you're thinking, wow, we've been there before.
Yes.
We know exactly where it is.
Like I've said.
Well, shit, let's go.
Yeah, you guys walk through the tunnels, and a lot of the Duragar, you're not sure if they're intentionally shouldering you as you're walking by, or if it's just because they refuse to like step aside for you guys as you guys are kind of passing. But your trip to the market area is significantly slowed by this fact that you're constantly bumping into other Duragar who just grunt and continue on their way. How about everybody just rolls me perception checks real quick?
Perception check.
All right. And all right, great. So it's Sybil, you're more so focused on just getting stuff done right now. You're just in this stride forth kind of headspace where you're just walking, not really caring about looking at what's around you. You're most interested in getting this task job done. But Fresh, Cannon, and Lean, as you guys are kind of walking around, you're taking in the sights to a certain degree, just kind of looking around, seeing what's going on. And as you guys are leaving out of the residential area, not residential, sorry, more of like, you know, this not very frequented recreational space, and walking into the Forge Center, you can see that the Forge Center is bustling with activity. This must be the height of its activity throughout the workday. There are numerous dozens, maybe well over 50 Durgar all around these individual forges, and then one large central forge, just clang, clang, and there's sort of this rhythmic beat as these hammers are banging onto unfinished metalwork projects and anvils, as you can feel this heat of furnace fire just kind of wash over you guys as you're stepping into the ring. And there is a small bit of there's this central kind of shaft in the Forge Center that you think must serve some sort of purpose. The Durgar architecture doesn't just have random holes in it. They don't have design choices. Everything here, it has efficiency attached to it. But there's just a hole there. There's just this shaft in the floor and ceiling that just ascends up and goes downward. But as you guys kind of pass it, you don't really see any purpose to it. It's kind of jarring for a moment that you're like, you see something that doesn't immediately factor into what they're using at this given moment. But that's not all, because as you guys are walking through the Forge Center, you guys bump into a taller group of individuals. Not Duragar, you bump into a group of 3 dark-skinned, white-haired individuals with long ears. Drow. You bump into them, and the woman who's in front that Sybil bumps into, and Sybil just kind of continues past and not really paying attention. Sybil, you're kind of used to people like bumping into you at this point, that you don't really pay any mind, so you just keep walking.
I've got
But
a lot on my mind.
Cannon, Fresh, and Lean, you guys are almost stopped in your tracks. You're just standing in front of these 3 Drow who you did not at all see in this place before, that are suddenly here. And the female in front of the Drow just stops, looks, casts her eyes at all of you, and she says, "Excuse me."
Sorry, we're sorry about that. We weren't paying attention.
Yes, I noticed.
Do you need anything?
Yes, I would very much like you to move.
You got it. Sorry about inconveniencing you. Come on, guys, move.
All right.
And the two Drow gentlemen behind her kind of lean behind her and like whisper something to one another, and then lean back and kind of keep looking at you, Fresh.
Can I roll anything to see if I could hear what they said?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Yeet. What's perception? Ooh.
Yeah, you kind of cock your head and you read the lips of one of them, and you catch a brief smattering of words from reading lips. You hear, well, not hear, you read white fur, followed by, sounds like the one the general was talking about.
Hey, guys, I just remembered we need to pick something from the stall over there. Can we just hurry up? I'm very sorry for disturbing you. I hope you have a lovely day.
Yes, you as well.
Oh, yes, of course. And Hobart gives a goodbye blep.
Aww.
Quaint.
I love
Come on,
Hobart.
you two.
He's a good boy.
And then she begins walking away with the 2 other male Drow in tow. And those 2 male Drow look at you guys a little bit longer than they really should before turning their heads and continuing off. And Fresh, you're kind of like quickly ushering your friends to like a nearby stall.
Come on. Let's just hide behind here for just a second, please. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, they're gone. I couldn't hear them, but they were talking about some general, and they seem to be looking for us, specifically me. Unless any of you guys have white fur.
Not the last time I checked.
Yeah, me neither. I, however, do.
why would they be looking for you?
I don't know.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yeah.
Well,
And if you talk to anyone about, our mission to anyone else while I wasn't here?
You were here with us when we were talking to Brobee, but there weren't any Drow around.
Hmm.
And the last Drow we encountered are deceased. So
True. So how do they know me?
that's a good question.
that is a very excellent question, and I do not have the answer to that.
Shit.
Maybe they saw us doing something.
Maybe
What?
they saw someone doing something specific, someone with white fur, huh?
Somehow I
Hey.
doubt that the general would be that interested in that.
I hope not.
I'm sorry, I just looked at Remnant of War, say Brobee equals Metaton.
No. Brobee equals Metaton, not Brobee.
Oh.
Oh yes, hello, darlings. I am Brobee. I am totally genuine.
Oh god, Brobee.
My name is Borrilby, and I...
Hey guys, I just found music that I'm gonna play through Battle Bards, which is our tabletop, which is we won't get copyright strike for because it's meant for playing during tabletops. Great. Let me play this. Just some background music, so things aren't as quiet.
Oh, that's nice.
Some dwarven.
Oh, I like that bass.
Alex. Look in general.
So, you guys are talking behind one of the merchant stalls. What's happening?
I'll share it with the chat in a second.
I hope you're proud.
I'm so proud
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
You're gonna
my
like
God.
it, I swear.
First,
Oh my god. Oh my actual god.
I did it.
Oh wait, I opened it in a new window. They saw it the whole time. Regardless.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
I'm so proud of you.
Nice, JoJo. A++, 10 out of 10.
A+. I love it. Alright. So,
Welcome to Broilbees.
Fresh, I should say that you're not really ducked behind a merchant stall, you're ducked behind one of the one of the examination booths of the Forge Center, which is where a bunch of Duragar, as they're completing metal projects, they set them on, and one of the foremen begins to examine them to make sure that they're all up to snuff. That's what you guys are currently ducked behind, having this conversation behind.
Is there anyone there?
I mean, there's one of the foremen who just kind of quirks his eyebrows at you as you duck behind him, but doesn't seem to pay you much mind.
Oh, so he doesn't give a shit. Okay, that's good. All right, so
Not interfering with his work, so he doesn't care.
Fair play. Okay, Can I peek my head around and just see if I can see the Drow, see if they're still lurking?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Yeet.
You don't see the group of them, but you do notice that one of the male Drow, seemingly a good maybe 50 feet away, and just kind of watching you guys from afar.
So he can still see us.
Yeah.
Fuck. Right. I'm gonna make another perception check just to have a wee look at the general area to see what I can see in the marketplace.
Forge.
Yeah. You begin looking around.
Just so I know what I'm seeing.
Well, you're not in the marketplace. You're in the Forge Center.
All right,
The
yeah, sorry.
marketplace is up the tunnel a bit. The way this works is that so so at the southernmost point of the fortress is the entrance, and the entrance little district. In the very direct middle of this structure on this floor is the Forge Center, and then north of that is the half circle structure that makes up the marketplace / financial district of the fort. just by looking around, you get this is a large fortress that has been retrofitted to become essentially a small city. Yeah.
Right, in that case, I just want to kind of urge the rest of the group to skedaddle up the tunnel, like hella quick.
Well, I
Noom the fuck up there. Everyone else okay with that? It's for a good bit of Newman.
Well, if we
Hobart,
do
you up for
that,
some
then they're
Newman?
going to have even more reason to be suspicious of us.
And they were already suspicious of us.
and I do have a spell that I could try, but it's sort of risky. It's detect thoughts.
Detect
Yeah.
thoughts. Did I... What?
Read his thoughts.
Wait, I'm just going to type it out so we're on the same page.
I guarantee you we are not.
We're not. Don't worry.
And what the fuck did you say?
Detect thoughts.
All I can hear is thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We're gone.
Thoughts.
Here
Oh.
comes our thought.
Be gone!
His ideas. His thinking.
Goddamn American with your thoughts.
I hate this.
Alright.
Yeah. Are you
Oh,
gonna
I'm
do
sorry
that
we
one?
didn't pronounce it the British way. Thoughts.
Oh, you
Be
say
gone, fuck!
It's
Oh,
thought.
Thought.
Royalties Thought Patrol!
thought, but with a British accent.
Oh,
Thought.
what?
Be
What?
gone, fuck!
Thought. Anyway, be
you.
gone. Thought. Okay. So
Anyway.
Be gone,
Mean.
Thought!
you're saying you want to try and detect his thoughts?
I'm up for that. Is there any chance of him being able to detect you detecting his thoughts? Like, it's
Yeah,
just about
if
that
I
fast.
go on a higher level and I fail.
Ah.
So in
Ah,
order to
fuck it.
do this, they need to make. Well, you can cast and learn the surface thoughts, which is the most on its mind in that moment. But yeah, then you can attempt to dig really deeper into his mind. It's like, you can just cast it.
I'm gonna click the spell card so that we can just see it right there.
Yeah,
I do
totally.
need to get a little bit closer. Because we're 50 feet away and we need to be 30.
Okay. Yeah. So essentially, yeah, you can just cast this and just have it happen. You can detect the surface level thoughts. But yeah, if you want to dig deeper, then you're gonna need to risk failure.
So, what do you guys think?
I think to do it.
I'm not 100% sure it's worth it, but if you think you can get anything valuable,
Why not?
sure.
All right. Well, try then.
You're gonna attempt it.
Yep.
Alrighty then.
So, Alex, why is Hobart's face on my face?
Why not?
Good question. I think it fits
So-
perfectly.
Fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Good. It's good.
So, Lean, how are you gonna go about doing this?
Well, I think I'm gonna like usher the rest of the party into like the main, market central, so that we're
So you head
Closer and
north
I-
into the financial district.
more in range. But since we're moving together, it looks more casual, just like we're looking at other goods and such.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna cast it.
Okay.
To cast it. I
So you're trying to get him to get within 30 feet of you then.
Moving towards him, but
Oh, you're moving to. Oh, okay, cool. So just make me a deception check then.
+4 to deception failed me.
Okay, cool. You begin like weaving your way slowly, trying to just give off this nonchalant vibe, and you notice that as you guys are moving closer, he begins to walk out of sight. Like it seems that he notices that you guys are aware of his presence, and he moves away.
Hmm.
Right one right there.
So you no longer see him.
Oh, well. Probably wasn't worth it.
Oh well.
Back to where we were initially.
I suppose.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah, man.
Great. You guys head through the rest of the northern part of the. You guys are kind of in that border space between where the market is meeting the Forge Center, and you guys head deeper into it. And the Forge, the marketplace is, like I said, it's this half circle structure, the bottom half specifically, that curves, upward, and is just lined with these stalls. You've been here before. You got fur coats, with Brobee here, and it's kind of like there is the half circle shape, which full of stalls, and then just north of that, there is a smaller circular part that seems to act as a treasury / kind of bank facility where some Duragar are going to deposit ingots and various scrolls and paperwork.
All right.
The market is currently bustling with activity. Duragar are moving in between the various stalls. You can hear, Lean, you speak Dwarvish, so you can hear what sounds like various discussion, haggling happening. All very chill and calm. Like I said, the Duragar don't really have much of anything else outside of a dour emotion, and they, and you can definitely see that a couple of Duragar, as you kind of walk into the market, they just cast you these sidelong glances, kind of seem like you're not welcome here. But don't really make a fuss about it. Every so often, there are guards stationed in between the booths, just kind of standing at attention, the armor-plated general guard force of the fortress. And, yeah, people bustling all around.
All right.
Oh, we can easily try to stifle a way through here. How difficult is it to just weave through the crowds and not lose each other?
I mean, you can stick together fairly easily.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's kind of a sea of people, but if you guys are clustered together and using the buddy system, you can make it through.
Yeah. Plus, we could just hold hands.
Aww. I don't
Wait,
believe you mentioned it, but if you did, I apologize. How tall are these people?
Duragar, they're like 4'5".
Oh! You guys can see me easily, so just hold
Stout,
on
thick,
to my body.
dwarven bodies.
They're
So,
so
like,
cute.
I can just
tallest-
imagine
Oh my
Sybil.
God.
I can just imagine Sybil picking one up by the shoulder and saying, "Oh, you're so precious."
The tallest dwarf is like
oh,
5
look
foot.
at you, you're so cute. Pinching his
Yeah.
cheeks.
Tall for a dwarf is like 5 feet tall.
Ooh, oh.
Fair play.
Just stay close to me, guys.
Right out.
Right out. I'll hold on to your little, what you call it, the little spike in your shoulder, not your elbow.
Yes, the
Fine.
elbow. Alrighty.
So we're just gonna walk around and try and investigate the area. Yeah.
Alright.
Investigate.
In what manner of speaking?
I don't know.
And not an investigation check.
I'm going to look and see if any of the Dwergar are obviously like the secret police eyes and ears type for.
Make an insight check.
What do I roll to see if anyone's like looking at us or trying to intimidate us or like planning an attack?
Make a perception check. Okay. Cannon, you begin looking around, kind of scanning the various faces of the crowd, and you begin to pick out a couple of individuals that some of them are just seeming to just kind of lounge around, just kind of arms folded, watching the crowds. Others, you notice one stall that has a couple of trinkets on it, and the current customer and the person at the booth have been talking for a very long time with no indication of transaction happening.
Everyone,
And
trinket stole.
Sybil, you look around and there's definitely a few Durgar watching you guys. You don't really see any sense of attack imminent. You don't notice that this doesn't seem like you're walking into an ambush.
What about a trinket stall?
Yes. The Dwergar there, they've been talking for a long time. Seems awfully inefficient, if you ask me.
That's no way to do business.
It's no way to do business.
Right.
Let's go check
So
it
why
out.
else would they be there, I wonder?
Let's go buy what they're trying to sell.
I
Just to
like
be
that plan.
dicks.
All right.
All right, you
Which-
guys head over to that stall. It is a at the booth who seems to be the merchant for these trinkets is a Duragar female with kind of shortly cut hair and kind of just sitting on a stool behind the booth. And then as you guys approach, you just cast her eyes at you for a second, then continues looking at the gentleman in front of her. The gentleman in question is a older looking Duragar male who has a shaved beard and a shaved head. It's the first time you've really seen a dwarf that doesn't have some semblance of hair and currently has an iron, not an eye patch, but like a bit of iron that's almost been like welded onto his face over an eye.
That's kind of badass, actually.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Where can I get one?
And
Is that
he
what they're
looks
selling
over
here?
his shoulder and he says, "Can I help you?
Yeah, where do you get that beautiful eye patch?
I lost an eye. What else do you want to know?
How do
Where
I
can
get
I get
one?
one?
Lose an eye. Now bugger off. We're talking here.
What you talking about?
Business."
Oh, what
Kind of
business?
business.
Yes, and then the female chirps up, "Business that you don't need to worry about. Understand?"
Now I'm worried.
What type of business takes this long for a Dwergar, I wonder?
Nothing you
It's
need to
not very
worry about.
efficient.
I
Move
wanna buy
along. You
something.
don't want to buy anything here. Move along.
What
I
kind of
wanna
things
buy
you selling?
something.
Trinkets.
What kind of trinkets?
And then
Oh.
the male says, "Are you fucking stupid? There's nothing here for you. Move on. You look like you want to buy something a bit more worthwhile. Maybe not some scrappy little trinkets.
Oh, that's no way to
Insulting
do
your own
business.
products.
It's not my products, it's hers." And then she says, "Yeah, my products are shitty. I know it. Why do you think I'm not selling anything?"
Why are
Oh,
you here?
I'd like to put both of my hands on her shoulders, look her directly in the eye, and give her some kind of motivational speech about how good her products actually are.
Oh,
Make a
What-
persuasion check.
A persuasion check to. I want this to be one of those, those corny films that whenever someone
Oh
does
my
something,
God.
Yeah.
Is
I-
this it is not this day's speech from Return of the King, but to tell
Yes.
someone that your
Oh my
products
God.
are good?
yes, exactly
Oh my
that.
God.
Thing. Oh, please tell me 14's enough.
So she looks at you and she says, "Okay."
So can we buy something now?
I mean, if you want.
Let me
Thank
see
you.
what you're selling, lady.
She like just very passively aggressively does this slow gesture of the contents on her boot.
Oh, I can just imagine.
I love it. I love her.
This is fantastic.
One day I'll have a DM camera so you can actually see my physical gestures in this regard.
Yeah,
I
only
know.
I'm the one doing the streaming, so tough luck
I
getting
know.
that up.
I know, right?
I pick up a long metal thing with a sort of lump on the end and say, "What's this?"
That's a plunger.
Oh, a plunger. What's a plunger?
Oh my god! And she just like just buries her head into her hands.
I do the same.
All right. You just reach down on on the table is I'm gonna roll a D100. You pick up what looks like a small travel set of paints,
Thanks.
Ooh.
except
much are
somebody's
these?
used all the black.
Damn it!
I look around, I see that everything is just stone or black, and I see, yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah, and your eyes your eyes catch on a bundle of like ragged looking like maps that are just drawn with cold efficiency.
How much are these paints?
5 silver.
Excellent. We were in the market for paints, but we are making a new sign.
Ah, are you? Fascinating. Buy some leave, please.
I'll take the paints.
Great, 5 silver.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And then the male says, "Now with that all said and done, can you just fuck off?"
That fucking
Gladly.
language is not fucking tolerated.
Gladly. However, I'd like to look at these maps too, please, as I give one of the most passive-aggressively wide smiles at this gentleman, as I slowly then start to look back at the maps.
Just make a charisma check real quick for me.
Okay. Charisma. Ooh.
And he gives you this like long look, and he just kind of reels slightly. Like you can tell that there's a wave of passive aggression that just washed over him. And then his eyes grow very narrow. He begins to look at you all a bit more in depth. Then he says, "What do you want?"
We were looking to have a talk with Heigl von Emmett.
And
Thank you remember the name.
They both scoff at the exact same time. And he says, "Don't know what you're talking..." Wait, that was the female's voice. "Don't know what you're talking about."
Really?
No,
For a
no.
Dwergar to not know who the Master of Financials is, I find that hard to believe.
"So you know your stuff for an outsider. Alright. Color me impressed. What do you want to know? About him, from him, whatever."
Well, we would like to have a meeting with him.
Tch. No chance.
It's about an investment opportunity.
Make a persuasion check, Kenan.
Alright.
Oh shit.
His eyes, there's a glint in his eyes, and you see his like bushy eyebrows go up, and he says, "Investment, you say?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you say so? What sort of investment are we talking here? I'm sure that we could come to an arrangement for you to meet with Highguard."
Oh, it's a lovely little tavern, the sort that would never be anywhere else in the Dwergar. It's one of a kind in this location, you see.
He just kind of grunts. "All right then. We can arrange it."
Alright, that's
Yeet.
very nice to hear.
It'd be wonderful.
And
So
like
when
you
can we-
see, there's a Duragar walking by that the male grabs by the arm and whispers something into his ear, and without even making any notice of it whatsoever, that Duragar just continues to walk right by. And the male says, "All right, you got your meeting."
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Thank you very much.
When and where?
When will it be?
"In an hour."
Oh.
Fair play. Where?
Highgrill's office. Where else do you think?
Makes sense.
And where would that be?
Have you tried the giant treasury structure?
I look towards the giant treasury structure and look back and say, yes, that would make sense.
Yeah, it does. So, you're on your way. We have trinkets to talk about.
Right, eh?
You enjoy that.
DM Xander promises that if you donate enough money to the stream, he will actually work on a Scottish accent.
It's not very hard, god damn it.
God damn it, no! It's easier to do for me when I do like a really gruff voice. But it's when I do like the lighter voice.
Oh,
Go
don't you
for
know, it's not very
Russian.
hard when you're doing it a light one either. You just have to
Well,
get
you know,
good.
you can just go off and fuck yourself. My higher voice is gonna go more Irish than anything else. Go on, just get out of here, you fucking loser. Anyway,
Then he starts violently crying.
You've disappointed Homart!
Oh,
Mark,
no.
How could you?
Oh man, my heater just turned on. Hold on.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
No, that's a very good thing because my room's fucking cold. But I had a space heater on, so it was getting a little too warm all of a sudden. So I just turned off the space heater.
Alright.
But the heater just the building heater just turned on, and boy, does it make my feet feel good.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Oh,
I
it's
live,
great.
I live in the loft room, which has absolutely no insulation whatsoever. So I'm very cold. I'm very cold.
So,
And if you donate enough, you'll warm my heart. There's something.
that's an impossible task. So,
It's okay.
you guys have an hour. You guys got a meeting with the coin master.
I want to paint a dick on a wall.
No, don't do that.
Yes, please do that.
We're not. We're gonna get executed if we do that.
Alright, I was just
What else is this marketplace selling?
So this marketplace sells mostly in line with Duragar tradition, efficiency, like things that are just immediately useful, nothing stylish with any really flair, which is why the trinket booth was so out of place. There is, you see that there is still the hide merchant, the one you bought the coats from. There are people who sell mining tools, people who sell lamps with like bits of like this kind of like reddish glowing stone in them that emit this like kind of soft red like orange glow. That kind of is the same.
Oh hey, we got a donation.
Oh hey!
Really?
Thank you, Atlas, for the Phil Heartwarming Fund.
My heart is warm.
Hey, you know what that means? Xanathar quote.
Yes.
Yay!
Sending one to Alex right now. Let's see what we got. And also, just fun stuff all around. Hold on. Here.
You know one of the great benefits of living underground? No weather. Don't mess this up for me.
Thank you.
Oh my god, we got another donation! Thank you, Zach, for another warm heart donation.
Oh my god.
It's all for Phil.
That's what it took to get donations? Are you kidding me?
Everyone loves me, guys. What can I say?
I'll even uncover Fresh's face for that.
Yay!
That works. I'm grabbing another Xanathar quote then.
Thank you, Zach.
No, not that one. Hold on. I'm trying to find a good one.
Atlas says, now put the sign. Oh my god, another donation from Queen Creeps.
Nice.
Were you just waiting?
That's two Xanathar quotes.
Yep, I'm getting some now. Sending you one now, Alex. There you go.
Speak
I'm
up.
so sorry,
It's
Isabel,
really
to take my warmth.
It's really hard to hear you over this screaming. Nope, it's no use. I'll have to stop the screaming. Disintegration's all around then.
Disintegration's all around.
All right, and the next one is gonna be this one.
Whenever you load, old man. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but swords will never hurt me, as long as I stay really high and shoot down at an angle.
I like that one.
I'm gonna use that.
I love it.
I love Xanathar. Holy shit.
Hero.
Xanathar is the hero everyone needs.
But not the one anybody wants.
He is the bringer of truth.
I want to
Anyway.
be Xanastar for Halloween.
The bringer of truth, and one hell of a
actually,
migraine.
and then so like okay, yeah, so Canon, yeah, there's mostly like things of like direct efficiency level, like there are tools, there's they do sell there's not really armor being sold here, but a lot of general supplies is sold at the marketplace.
So
Things that people
Yeah, so definitely not a spell book then.
Yeah, you don't really see any arcane signs in the marketplace. Mm-hmm.
What kind of weapons do they have?
Oh, yeah,
there are
great
no
question.
weapons being sold here.
No weapons,
Freaking
box.
kidding me? Are there any? Oh, are there any like? Is there any wood shop?
Like, you see like no lumber. I mean, there were no trees in any close proximity to this place. There is no lumber trade whatsoever in this establishment.
I feel so dumb.
Sorry, I forgot. Did you say there was any armor anywhere?
No, no armor being sold here either.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of this place? What do they sell?
Another donation!
Holy shit.
Holy shit! $50!
Whoa!
Thank you, Zach!
Dude, thank you!
My heart is on fucking fire, my dude. Thank you.
Oh my god.
All out now.
Alright, I'm gonna go hunting for a really good Xanathar quote.
Okay. Well,
Make
Hold
it,
on.
like quality stuff.
I'll do a whole fucking Xanathar monologue at this point.
Yes.
I want to find like an actual. I'm gonna start looking through the Forgotten Realms book and see if there's actually a book that has a chapter about Xanathar, and like just have you fucking narrate the whole thing.
That would be so good.
I have a monologue from this show called Eye of the Beholder.
I found it. Okay. Alex, I found a good quote.
Why did the samurai cross the road? Now you say why.
Why?
Okay, here's the joke part. I hensei. Get it? What? Why aren't you laughing? The joke is solid gold and my delivery was perfect. Maybe you didn't get it because you're stupid.
Perfect. I think $50 deserves at least 2 quotes.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. Here, I'll just do this one too.
Sure, the writer for this wasn't inspired by Man in the Tinfoil Hat, because good god.
I know, right?
So, you have this soul, but you can't see it or touch it. And when you die, this invisible thing leaves your body and goes to a place you can't see. And you people think I'm crazy.
On that note, let's take a break.
Alright.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back. Jesus. This is just a bunch of weirdness happening.
Okay. We will see you all in a few minutes. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Welcome back.
Hello, yes, welcome back to Xanathar's Guide to Dungeons and Douchebags.
I hate everything.
I don't. Well, I kind of do, but I kind of don't. It depends on my mood.
Alright, so, for simplicity's sake, I'm going to say that the hour passes before the meeting. Why don't y'all just give me a perception check between each of you as like the hour kind of passes and you guys are just mulling around, looking about.
Oh man. I'm just
Wow.
out of it. Oh, suck.
Great. Kianan and Fresh, while Lean and Sybil are off kind of just mulling about, biding their time, and just kind of looking at the various stalls through the hustle and bustle of the crowd, you spot the almost quickly, like, not necessarily darting for cover, but like quickly moving out of sight as you spot them. You see the 2 Drow males.
Shit. Did you see that?
I did indeed.
Fuck. Okay, guys, we're still being watched.
Oh, great.
Wonderful.
That's sarcastic.
You guys want to go do anything about that, or you just want to head up to, what's-his-face?
Yeah, I actually do want to do something about it.
Ah, shit.
If we do something, we're probably just going to keep getting watched, and then that's probably going to make us more of a target.
Fair play. Ah, fuck it, let's just go to the place. I've forgotten his name. Where are we going?
We're going to the Master of Financials, Hygral von Emmerd, whose
What did he
name I
say?
wrote down specifically for this purpose.
Hey,
This is why we take notes.
My only pen's broken, so I'm...
Use a fucking notepad on your computer, boy!
Computer!
Digital
I forgot I could do that.
Alright, I'll be
computer
sure to
user.
write it somewhere you can see it.
Oh, no.
Shannon, maybe as we're leaving...
wait, what's his name? again?
Oh, shit.
My plan exactly!
Hygral von Emmerd.
A lot of time making these names, you know?
And they're good names. They're good names.
Good
The more time you
I just
spend
forget.
remembering the names the DM gives his characters, the less time you spend getting killed.
But it's the only thing Fresh
Very
can do
true.
right.
Alrighty then.
Anyway,
so,
as
the Hygral's office is located in that. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Hygral's office is located in that like treasury structure that is just past. This will be so much easier to explain when we have the map, but it's just north of the market of the market of.
All right.
It's biding a time. Refresh that. How are we looking?
And now we wait in stony silence.
Oh shit, I think it worked.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, did it work?
Yo in chat, can you hear us? Please say yes, because I can't be dealing with the stress of it not working.
Oh, can you hear us, please?
Can you hear everything? Tell us.
Oh yes, okay, so they seem to hear us.
Great.
Holy shit.
Wow, that took a lot of time, so let's quickly get to a point where we can wrap this episode up.
I am sorry about that.
No worries. That's totally fine.
Fault, man.
Honestly, it's totally fine. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna keep going then. So,
Yeah.
you guys head up into the central treasury structure of the financial district of Fort Grimbone. It's a large circular chamber of, like most places in the fort, of just wrought stone that is, and pillars that ascend upward that cut into probably where you assume the second floor of the top floor of the fortress would be. There is a second level balcony that wraps around this round room. This chamber is probably about in width, probably about like maybe 100 feet across. And yeah, it's a large spacious room, and there are Durgar who are muddling about currently, and you see that there is a stairwell that wraps up to this second tier, where a number of dwarves are carrying large bundles of what look like ingots and scrolls up into this level, and there's a large set of iron bars that wrap around this lower basin that behind which you can see wealth. Ingots. There you see no coins in this level. There's just various ingots: copper ingots, silver ingots, gold ingots, electrum ingots.
What's electrum?
It seems the majority of a large majority of wealth in the city is done through trade bars as opposed to coin. You've seen coin around, but you don't see like a coin vault. And it's a bit of an open air vault because it's well guarded. There are guards stationed at every access point into that storage unit, but there is no like lock and key going on right now. It seems like everybody moving around out of this vault is supposed to be here.
Are we supposed to be here?
Well, you don't know. You're looking around, and there are a couple of sidelong glances at you. And make me perception rolls real quick.
Dang.
Kianan, your eyes are the first to go up, and you look around in a bit of awe. And while the craftsmanship of the Duragar is by no means artistic, this is like the first part of the fortress that you're like, oh, this is actually really beautiful. Like the simplicity of it and its efficiency is actually really, really beautiful. And as your eyes kind of glance over, they stop on a Duragar individual up on the second tier balcony, smoking a pipe, and who seems to be looking down at you guys. He is a spectacled Duragar with a bald head and this long mustache and goatee that, as they go down, they intertwine into a single braid. And he's smoking a pipe. And he pulls the pipe out of his mouth and lets this long bit of smoke just slowly pour out of his mouth before he blows the rest of it away.
We get
Sticks the pipe back in and walks away.
Vape Nation.
I'm sorry, was my joke that bad?
No, I
Cannon?
liked it.
Can you hear us?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good.
I don't know. I fucking share that information. Sorry, I'm still reeling from my drivers crashing.
Yeah, no, totally.
That's in.
Not really.
Probably.
Let's go say hi.
So.
Yeah, okay, we approach him respectfully. And
Yeah, you... Go ahead.
and I start by saying, "You're Hygro von Emmer, right?"
Well, to say he was up on the balcony, and then he, after Cannon looked at him for a bit, he smoked and then turned away and left, like went like out of sight further down onto the second up on the second tier. So you guys have to make your way up to the stairs that lead upward to that second tier, and you guys kind of look around where he was. There are these large stone doors inlaid with iron, gold, copper. Well, not iron, sorry, silver, gold, copper, and like platinum banding on them. That yeah, that is currently closed.
The guards or something to let us in?
Well, there are 2 guards standing there, like they're just at attention. You guys can approach if you want.
Yeah, let's approach.
Let's
Yeah, let's
approach.
do it.
Respectfully, of course.
Yeah, without even like saying a word. The second you guys take a step towards the door, the 2 Duragar are already like pushing it open.
Oh.
And the
Lovely.
door,
Oh, fancy.
the double doors lead into a smaller pillared
Thank you
hallway
so
that
much
extends down a
for your
bit and
donation.
ends
We
at
just got
a.
a donation. So thank
Yeah,
you.
we got a donation from Phoenix Rising.
Oh, hey, how much?
Thank you, Phoenix.
661.
Hey,
and this
thank
is the
you.
last time they'll be able to donate because I don't think they'll be around for at least the rest of the year.
Oh
so
no!
thank you so much for tuning in while you can, man.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I really
Thank you.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me pull up a Xanathar quote. If I can find one.
Yeah, sorry we don't have the little screen at the bottom of the stream this time that has the tip thing. I haven't got that plug-in. We're kind of rushed to get
Yeah.
the stream back up.
Sending it to Alex, so we can do this. And send.
Thank
So-
you so much.
Oh, hey, another
for your
donation.
All right, I'll get another quote.
Another one. Holy moly.
Thank you, GM Stone.
Thank you.
The one I have right now, though. So why can't people who use magic do it all the time? I can disintegrate things whenever I want. Like now, and now, and now, and now. Hey, where'd everybody go?
That's amazing.
He's my role model.
So there are different names for different sorts of people who swing swords. Why? Let me try. Big sword swinger and tiny sword swinger. No, that sounds like that's the size of the sword that matters. How about big meat bag with a sword and little meat bag with a sword?
I like it. Nice.
Good.
Can we change all the roles to shit like that for the rest of the campaign, please?
Jesus. So,
I
The
rolled
hallway-
one Xanathar.
yep. So the hallway, like, is this stone hallway that's pillared and ends and goes on maybe for about like only like 25 feet down. But at the end of it is a large stone carved like desk, like huge in this like kind of like blocky, like, why can't I think of the word? Of geometrical shape that is. It's not like a square shape. It's more trapezoidal. That's the word I was looking for. Like a trapezoidal desk. That is carved from stone, but the writing surface of it is pure gold.
Ooh, shiny.
Mm-hmm. And there is a single dwarven face relief carved on the front of the desk with 2 gemstones in its eyes.
Nice decoration.
And as you guys are kind of stepping into the hallway, the Duragar male you saw on the balcony is seated behind the desk, currently writing something on parchment, smoking from his pipe. And as you guys are entering the hallway, his voice echoes down, and he seems to be addressing you, even though you guys are far apart. He says, "So, you come all the way here to visit little old me.
Yeah, a little.
My
yes.
agents are telling me that you people are looking for some money for some sort of establishment." All right, he folds a piece of paper and sets it aside. So, he leans forward, placing his elbows under the desk, gives this long sigh where a bunch of tobacco smoke or whatever he's smoking from the pipe just kind of billows out and like just descends onto the desk before ascending upward. What do you want?
I want to lick that desk.
Well, we would like to seek a sponsorship by you, yes, for the establishment of Broylebees startup. Cannon, help me out here.
We're starting up a tavern. It's well, it's not going to be Duergar run, but the trade-off of that is it's going to have all sorts of, flavors and entertainment and things that frankly are not going to be found anywhere in the Howling Glacier.
Do you think people around these parts pay for, entertainment and culture instead of efficiency? Is that what you're hinting out there?
I would imagine
No,
they
but
pay
it's
for
something
drinks,
I
yes.
Well, aye, that is... That's very true. Well... How much are we talking?
It's a price.
Hey,
Oh.
DM, how much are we talking?
Brobee, yeah, did Brobee give us a price?
Nope.
Wow.
Kianan, do you want to roll something to figure out?
And as you guys are
With
kind
your
of floundering,
experience.
as you guys are kind of like standing there floundering, he just says, very deadpan, "You don't know how much money you want to spend, do you?"
Oh no, we know exactly how much we want to spend.
Well,
Hold on,
yeah.
give me a second. Well, what do I need to roll to be able to bullshit some kind of convincible answer?
Make a... Make just a, Yeah, make just a history check for me.
Okay.
I'll say history.
Oh.
Exactly. Probably something involving gold. Some number that's up there in the triple digits, maybe.
All right.
Triple digits. Oh shit. Heck. Holy fuck.
Without diving into number specifics, I'll say canon, without missing a beat, you blink and begin rattling off the exact financial needs of the establishment that you have self-calculated just by looking around.
Awesome.
And and High Grill just takes this long smoke from his pipe and he says, "All right.
All right.
What do I get? What's the return here? Drinks,
drinks for
yes.
life.
It's not exactly profitable.
Well, certainly everything we have to offer, but I'm sure that
You're gonna need some kind of collateral. I am investing a lot of money into affairs of a stranger, not even just a stranger, a surface dweller, and it does not bode well with the people of my city. So, collateral, something you can offer to me that makes my investment worthwhile.
Can I roll an acrobatics check and offer myself as collateral?
You can certainly try.
Why would you do
stop doing that.
It worked last time. Oh.
I not like that.
And he says, "Okay, what are you doing? What? For what reason could you possibly be putting your leg up behind your head like that? I'm not sure I follow what is transpiring at this given circumstance."
Neither do any of us.
All right. Well, anyway,
How's that?
collateral. Let's talk. Come on. I can't just give you money. I'm running a very, very complicated organization here. I manage the records, the transactions, the exchanges by every single Duergar in the marketplace and elsewhere. You think I can just easily hand out money to you? No, there's a record-keeping process. There are milestones we have to reach. We need to have this laid out. The business strategy is what I'm talking here. Collateral is necessary to ensure that I'm not wasting my time, and time is money.
Listen,
Do you want more information? Because we are adventurers. We're adventurers. We're experienced in that regard.
I'm sure there's something we can find that'll be of interest to you.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Heck,
Ow, I rolled really bad.
we both did.
Nope.
No, we don't take very kindly to
Fresh help.
my kin don't take very kindly to you folks around these parts. It's We don't trust the surface dwellers, and the surface dwellers have no real point here other than being slaves. But that being said,
Does my persuasion roll just cut him off mid-sentence?
it did.
Yes.
That being said, I find myself in a bit of a predicament right now. You see, I manage all the records, all the ledgers of every transaction and trade deal within this fortress. And that is a very lengthy, time-consuming process.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what else is lengthy? Working
What?
quality assurance.
Yes, indeed. That being said, he props up one of the ledger books up on the table and is gesturing at a number of lines on it, and he says, "Perhaps a number of adventurers such as yourself, while you're not necessarily welcome, you can be of some assistance. Let's just say my men are run very thinly. We're pressed in this crowded space. We have no official governance house here in this fortress. We get by with what we can get by with. And I have no men to spare to look into certain regards. If I spare any men, that means there will be a blind spot in the marketplace and more room for something else to slip by unseen. So when I see something like this," he gestures at the book, "crossing my desk, I get frustrated because it means I can't do anything about it. But with you here, perhaps you can do this for me. And in return, I will consider sponsoring your weird little establishment."
Sounds like a plan. What do we need to do?
The records do not add up. A large number of electrum ingots are supposed to be here. According to the ledger, they exist. They were inventoried. That's not a word, but I'm so rich I can make up words. That is, according to these electrum ingots are supposed to be in the vaults. But there are no ingots there. There is a distinct, as per the last count of money, of wealth in the vaults, does not factor for these electrum ingots, which means either one of two things. Either one, someone is fabricating the existence of these electrum ingots to offset my record keeping, or these electrum ingots are being taken elsewhere. For whatever purpose, I do not know, but they are in the ledger. Someone has approved that they exist, but they don't. I don't know what that means other than trouble, and I don't like trouble in my treasury. Do you understand?
Oh,
Yes, sir.
completely.
Entirely.
Wonderful. Then we're all on the same page.
Quick question. You said someone
Yes?
approved that the ingots exist. Does it have some kind of signature at the bottom, or?
Well, for efficiency's sake, we simply stamp approval, disapproval, something. It's not a perfect system, but given that time is money, we operate under quick standards. So we don't necessarily have signatures from every single officiator, but we do have stamps of approval. I don't know if any of my officiators are corrupt or stealing from me, but I know that it's happening. That's all the advice I can necessarily give on that regard.
Can I do some
Does-
investigation on the little ledger itself, see if there's anything different between that particular stamp and the rest of the stamps?
That would
Yeah.
be more of an investigation check.
That's what it. Did I not say that?
Oh, I thought you said insight.
No, I said investigation.
Alright, so you look over the he presents you with a number of documents. They are almost indistinguishably the same.
Damn.
Like, it seems official.
Hmm.
May I do an investigation check real quick to see if there's like even a slight difference or whatever?
I will say that I will say that these pages are exactly the same. There is no discrepancy located.
You want to show us the vault in question then?
Sure, why not? If it'll help. And he takes you guys, not back down to the main floor. He leaves you out of his office, and he takes you around the second floor balcony to another, just a set of iron doors, a singular large iron door that has a number of locks and keyholes into it. And he begins systematically going through the process of unlocking the door. And he opens it up into this small room, a small circular room with a couple steps leading down into a floor where there is only maybe a few scatterings of ingot blocks here. And it's almost empty. And he says, "It's not as bad as you may think it looks. This is simply the rare metals depository. We don't necessarily deal in a lot of electrum. Nonetheless, it is wealth for my people, and the fact that someone's been taking it or forging that it exists is troubling nonetheless."
Can I make an investigation check to see if it was taken, like, directly from the vault?
Sure, make an investigation check. Actually, no, perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, perception just like kind of glance around.
I think that would be a good thing to do anyway, because this is technically like a scene of the crime.
Oh, true that.
So,
Just to see if
Fresh.
there's any evidence of them actually being in there in the first place.
Fresh, you find no evidence of something having been removed from this vault, but as you're looking around, something catches your eye. There is, the way this room is constructed, there is a bit of a, the relief that is carved into the floor, less of a, it's a number of small indentations in the floor, and you notice a slight glint coming from, you know how like the different, like, the lines between slabs of concrete on the sidewalk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, but a little deeper and a little wider. You notice that there's a small glint of something silvery in between one of the cracks on the floor.
Hey, Sybil, come here a sec.
What's up, man?
Look at the crack in the floor. You got nails, right? You just, like, pry at that shit for a second.
Says the man who literally has nails.
Yeah, I know, but I just got
Mine
this
is stronger.
cleaned.
True.
Do I roll a strength check?
No, you just reach in and you pick it up with your little talons and you like lift it up out of the crevice, and you are currently looking at a small silver ring.
Oh.
A silver ring that has a very specific design motif on it. Atop the silver ring is a bejeweled spider.
Ooh.
Oh.
Looks like Drow to me.
Of course they'd be behind this.
Oh, is that what the drow thing looks like?
Yeah, it's spiders, man.
I don't know, man. I didn't know that.
You were there when we found the amulet that had a spider on it. It was fucking Drow, man.
I've
when you
forgotten,
had them.
haven't I? Anywho. So,
Commander?
Should we show this?
Probably just to say we found a lead, so we kind of know what we're doing.
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, look, we found a ring with a spider on it.
What is
Hey,
that supposed to mean?
We know what group this belongs to.
It
So-
belongs to a group of Drow.
And he just gives you this
Yes.
very impassive look and he says, "Great. Deal with it. Find out what the hell is going on. Until then, don't bother me." And then he just begins walking back towards his office.
Make a scowl at him.
What a butt.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell that the guards are looking at you guys very expectantly to get out.
We get out.
Can we just walk
Get
out as
out.
slowly and passively aggressively as possible? Do I have to roll
Sure.
something to be able to do something that passive aggressive?
Just roll roll a charisma check.
Damn it.
You
Damn.
you like almost like to the rest of you guys, Fresh is acting almost like embarrassingly like over dramatic with like he kind of gets up in their face and like I really wish I could show you the pose I'm making, but kind of does that like that yeah boy kind of pose.
Is he doing
Like-
a fucking JoJo pose?
He's doing a JoJo pose.
Oh, I
That's
thought you
awesome.
meant like that whole soccer thing from Avatar: The Last Airbender. What a star! What a tribe! Out.
Yeah, actually a little bit of that too. But like on the exit, he trips and falls.
Sounds about right. Do I trip on my own tail?
It's like, yeah,
Great.
what's up? Ow.
Hobart gives you a blep as we walk out.
Like a little mean blood, like,
Yeah, Hobart doesn't have a mean bone in his body unless you try to kill someone, so...
oh, never mind. He's
And as you guys walk back to the balcony on your way towards the stairs, everybody roll a perception check.
I hate
Sybil,
myself.
you just plow down the stairs, ready to get out of here. Cannon and Lean, as you guys approach the balcony, you spot out the corner of your eye and you glance over and you catch all three of like the two male drow and the one female at the entrance of the treasury looking up at you guys, and as you guys appear over the balcony, they turn and leave.
Well... it looks like they always return to the scene of the crime.
Not very smart.
Sybil. Sick 'em.
Do
Okay.
that.
And Sybil makes a beeline towards them, and we'll address this at the next session.
Oh
Yay!
shit!
I'm so excited to beat the shit out of him.
What will happen next time when they discover the plot of these evil, mysterious drow? Tune in next time to Dungeons and Douchebags on Internet Remix. I'm trying new things every week, you guys. Come on. Come on.
I
I'm just
support
trying.
you full-heartedly.
Thank you.
Internet remix.
Internet Remix.
Return the map.
Internet remix.
Return to the internet.
The man in gauze! The man in gauze!
Well, anyway, that's it for the show tonight, you guys. We'll catch you in 2 weeks as we're not there because I'll be in California. So next Friday will be Phil's session of whatever horror that will contain.
I'm so excited.
Later.
Laters.
Later.